Origin and purpose. The GCP began in 1998 at Princeton University under the Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research (PARE) Laboratory. The goal was bold and unconventional. Can human collective consciousness affect physical reality in measurable ways? The Global Consciousness Project begins with a radical hypothesis. When human consciousness becomes highly focused and emotionally unified, physical reality may show detectable signs of order. This challenges three fundamental assumptions of modern science. Consciousness is isolated inside the brain. Physical systems are immune to emotion or intention. Randomness is absolute if any part of GCP is correct. All three assumptions must be reconsidered. The GCP attempts to detect this influence using random number generators, RNGs, placed worldwide. These machines act like electronic neurons of a global brain. They normally produce random data. But during major, emotionally intense world events, they appear to lose randomness, as if human emotion creates order in reality. The science behind it: the RNGs generate millions of random bits, zeros and ones, per second. Scientists then analyze this data using advanced statistical models. Under normal conditions, the data should be perfectly random. But at specific times, the RNGs show statistically significant deviations, especially when millions of people focus on one event emotionally, e.g., fear, grief, unity, hope. Examples of such events: 9/11 attacks, 2001, Princess Diana's funeral, 1997, New Year's Eve worldwide COVID-19 outbreak declaration, global sports finals, mass meditations and peace gatherings. Possible explanations: scientific hypotheses, quantum entanglement of minds. Consciousness may operate like a quantum field across space. When many minds resonate together, they may generate measurable coherence. Noosphere hypothesis, proposed by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Humanity may be forming a global layer of mind around Earth, like an atmosphere of thought. Morphogenic fields. Rupert Sheldrake. Nature contains invisible fields containing patterns and memories. Collective emotion may activate these fields. 4. But, is it real science? Critics argue. There is no proven mechanism connecting mind to machine. Some results may be statistical coincidence. Selective interpretation may influence conclusions. Peer review in mainstream journals is limited. However, over 400 major events have been analyzed, and significant deviations happen far more often than chance allows. The project remains controversial, neither fully accepted nor rejected. How the experiment works: technical clarity. The brain of the project: 60+ random number generators, RNGs, distributed worldwide. Each produces thousands of random bits per second. All data is sent to a centralized database at Princeton. Expected state equals pure random noise. Observed anomalies equals spikes appearing during intense global emotional events. What they found: during major global events, the data deviated significantly from randomness. Not always, but far more often than statistical probability allows. This suggests consciousness may not be passive, it may be interactive with physical systems. Theoretical foundations. 4 plausible models. Model 1. Quantum consciousness. Field consciousness may behave like a quantum field, non-local, interconnected. This aligns with entanglement theory and pilot wave theory, de Broglie-Bohm interpretation. Model 2. Noosphere. Teilhard de Chardin. Humanity may be forming a planetary layer of mind, a collective intelligence field evolving over centuries. Model 3. Emotional coherence theory. New hypothesis. Emotion may create coherent energy states. If millions of minds synchronize emotionally, noise reduces, order increases. Model 4. Mind-to-matter weak coupling. There may exist a weak but measurable interaction between human intention and unstable physical systems, like RNGs. The mind may not overpower physics, it may nudge it during intense global focus. 5. Why this matters: if the findings are valid, it means consciousness may be non-local, not only in the brain. Humanity may be interconnected in real time. Thoughts and emotions could have measurable physical effects. Meditation, prayer, and unity may affect reality beyond psychology. It implies that the world may respond not only to what we do, but to what we feel together. 6. Future possibilities. Converted to a paragraph, the Global Consciousness Project could be the foundation of entirely new scientific and technological fields. In mental health, it could evolve into real-time emotional mapping of populations to detect stress, depression, or collective anxiety before crises occur. In social behavior and psychology, consciousness data could help forecast social movements or public reactions to major events. AI systems could be trained not just on logic and language, but on emotional coherence, enabling empathy-driven artificial intelligence. Peace programs and mass meditations could be measured with quantitative data, turning spiritual practices into scientifically trackable phenomena. Even project management might undergo transformation. Instead of only measuring tasks and deadlines, future systems could assess team emotional alignment as a predictor of success. In essence, the GCP hints at a future where consciousness, emotion, and data merge, creating tools that can monitor, predict, and perhaps even guide human behavior on a global scale. 7. The real value of GCP, beyond debate. Regardless of total proof, the Global Consciousness Project has already achieved 3 major breakthroughs. Checkmark: it created the first global consciousness measurement system. Checkmark: it introduced the concept of emotional impact tracking on a planetary scale. Checkmark: it blends physics, psychology, data science, and philosophy into a new research discipline. This alone is historic. Even if wrong, it opened a door that science avoided for decades. 8. Final reflection: does the universe respond to human emotion? Are we separate or connected in ways science has yet to fully understand? The Global Consciousness Project does not claim final answers. But it points to something powerful. When millions of minds unite in thought, reality itself might react. The deepest question: if consciousness can affect reality, does humanity have a responsibility to think better? The Global Consciousness Project doesn't prove everything. But it proves one thing powerfully: humanity may be more connected than we realize, and emotion may be the most powerful force on Earth.